Welcome to the Weird World Podcast. It's in the month of October, so it's the spooky episodes of Weird World Podcast. My name is Carrie.
I'm Emma.
I'm Dean.
And Dean's gonna spook us.
Is that the
Are
problem?
you going to spook us?
I guess. I don't feel like that word is being used right, but I'll try. So
Look it up, Dean.
I guess so. So we are continuing our Halloween episodes here because it's October, the month of Halloween, probably the best holiday of the year. Carrie,
Yeah.
agreed? Everybody?
100%.
Today, we're going to talk about a legend. Many of you will have heard of this. Certainly anybody who lives in the mid-Atlantic states of the United States have probably heard of this.
Which we do not.
We do not. But if you don't and you haven't heard of this, I think you're in for a treat. And if you have,
You're in for a trick.
I suppose.
Wow. That was good.
Not this year, 2020.
We start in Fairfax County, Virginia. I have no idea what she meant by that.
No trick-or-treating.
Oh, okay, got it. We start in Fairfax County, Virginia. This is now part of the Washington, D.C. Metroplex, that sprawling urban and suburban area with over 6 million people these days. Reaches well into southern Maryland, northern Virginia, and even eastern West Virginia. Who knew?
Eastern West Virginia. That
Yes,
sounds weird.
eastern West Virginia. By about 1900 or so, though, so this starts out almost 120 years ago, it had a population of less than 20,000. It was largely, wooded, rural kind of a landscape. Even now, the parts of it are pretty rural. Okay? But back then, it was not a big population center. And there's an area around Colchester Road near the town of Clifton where our story is going to take place. That is still fairly rural, but there's houses out there. Just setting the scene, setting the geography.
Thanks.
All right?
Thank you.
Got it so far?
I got it.
Still, as folks did move in to Fairfax County, they became unhappy with something that was in their midst. It was an insane asylum.
Dun, dun, dun.
We know what happens there.
Never good things.
Apparently not.
Was it currently being used?
Yes.
Insane asylum? Okay.
Otherwise, it probably wouldn't have bothered them so much. It was bothering
Are you
folks.
kidding?
Well, no, I'm not. I'm completely serious.
'Cause,
an unused insane asylum would bother the townspeople. I mean, it's a
yeah.
great place for, ghost hunters to go and pretend to be
Exactly.
scared and
Yeah.
get a reading on their
They're
little
super
fake
spooky.
instruments. Okay. Well, it was being used. So there were mentally deranged folks in there, including many violent.
you're using
I don't know
all
what's the
kinds
right
of
word.
bad
What's the right
words.
phrase? Mentally ill? No. What is it?
I don't know. Just patience would work.
Well,
we know what kind of
there are some
institution it
violent
is.
folks in there.
That's called criminally insane.
Criminally insane. There we go. The asylum was near Clifton, and as I mentioned, it was filled with some dangerous people. So they reasoned, we don't want that in and near our families. So they started a petition, and they got the insane asylum near Clifton shut down.
That's mean.
Well, they were.
That's just NIMBYism. It's
It
got to go
absolutely was.
somewhere.
It was 1900 NIMBYism.
Yeah.
So
What does NIMBYism mean?
not in my backyard.
Oh.
It's like once you live there, I don't want anyone else to move in. I like a rural bucolic setting. That's why I
Or,
moved
yeah.
here and increased the population.
I'm guilty,
Yes, you are. You're a son of a bitch.
but I wouldn't. I mean, never mind.
No, you know what, Carrie? Well said. Well said. So,
I didn't want the Walmart. I'm gonna.
well,
go
no
do
one
it.
wants a Walmart near them, Carrie.
Well,
That's
some
not
people
NIMBYism.
did.
That's common sense. Thank you. So, a new facility. By the way, sponsor us, Walmart. I don't know your slogan, but there's a new facility was built at Lorton Prison, and this was going to open, and all those mentally damaged inmates from the asylum were going to be transferred there. I think that's fair.
Mentally damaged, Dean.
I've got lots of improper and not PC descriptions. So
Then we're gonna have
buckle
to-
up because there's more.
Oh, God.
So they thought, okay, we're going to move all our folks from these mentally impaired psychotic killers. We're going to move them from the insane asylum into this new wing at Lorton Prison. Everything's going to be great. Our world's going to be fine for sure. There's nothing that's going to happen bad that's going to happen here, okay? This is in the fall of 1904. The new prison was finished. So all of the inmates from the Clifton Asylum were loaded onto 15 transport buses to be taken to Lorton. It's a 12-mile trip along narrow roads that weave through this rugged, wooded country. So again, nothing bad is going to happen.
Ever.
Maybe it was rainy. For sure it was dark on that night. And you got to do this at night, obviously. So the driver of one of the transport buses, he swerves to avoid something on the road. Probably, let's say a black cat. Black cat
Of course.
races across the road. He swerves to avoid it. The bus careens out of control and it flips over and it smashes into the trees along the side of that narrow, winding road.
Oh, no.
Are you worried?
Yeah.
You should be. The driver and most of the inmates in that bus are killed at the scene.
Oh, no.
See?
Most.
Some of the inmates, folks later would say about 10 or so, emerged from the bus and they raced out into the forest. It's like,
Sure they
we're out of
did.
here. It's our
Yep.
chance to escape.
Right.
It's very fugitive-esque. You know, it's like 10 Harrison Fords, but also insane. And they all have their arm. Wait, he had his arm. It was the other guy who didn't have his arm. I don't remember. So at dawn,
I'm confused.
the fugitive, he was chasing the one-armed man?
Yeah, because he thought the one-armed man actually killed his wife.
Got it. So
Is The Fugitive the movie where they like trick him into thinking he's like did something bad? Like he thinks his neighbors did something bad? Or is that a different movie?
That's a different movie.
Oh, is it? What was that? That sounds good.
Fuck,
I want to see
don't
that
know.
movie.
I don't know what that movie
It was a
is.
movie where like I forget, maybe it was like Jeff Bridges or something like that, but an actor that looks, like
Like Harrison Ford? Because Jeff
Old-
Bridges doesn't.
Old white guy?
old white guy.
They all look alike.
Yeah. He thinks his neighbors are like responsible for like the Oklahoma City bombing had just happened. So he thinks his neighbors are
Oh.
terrorists and they're going to like perform a bombing. And basically he's like gaslit into thinking he's crazy and blah, blah, blah.
I vaguely know what you're talking about. I can't think of the
There's
details. I didn't see
something
it, but I think I have a vague idea.
Yeah.
Hey, listeners, tell Emma what the hell she's talking about, please. Right
Let me
in.
know what movie I'm talking about.
Yeah, because otherwise it'll bug her.
Please.
So some of these inmates escape into the forest. At dawn, the police swarm the countryside. They get, I don't know, probably a posse, and they go out searching for these dangerous, violently insane escapees. Within a day or so, most of the inmates are recaptured.
Oh.
Oh.
Most of the inmates. The hunt goes on for weeks, but finally the authorities give up looking for two escapees that they have not located. Marcus A. Walster and Douglas J. Griffin, Grifon, if you want to look it up. They announced they must have died in those rugged hills, or, hey, they left, so it's not our problem anymore.
That's great.
Either way, they give up the search.
Did they notify surrounding authorities?
Probably not by carrier pigeon or telegraph. No, it's just 1904, so they had phones. I don't think so. This is rural Virginia. They don't care. Are they in our county? No. Done. They do the Vegas dealer, the visual there for our listeners. So soon, though, the locals in the area began to notice signs that maybe the woods were not quite so safe after all. Hunters and others who are walking through the woods, I don't know, hikers? Probably not. They didn't really, when was hiking invented? As a thing, where I just want to go hiking.
1,000
That was not
years
a thing.
ago?
I don't think so. You went to get food or to go to a new town or something like that. You didn't just go, I just feel like walking into the forest today. I think that's like 1964, I'm going to say. Or maybe John Muir invented it. I don't know, but.
Yeah, I disagree with you.
Okay. Carrie takes things very seriously. So hunters and other folks in the woods, they began to notice rabbit carcasses being left along trails and found in the forest. Some of these carcasses were mutilated. Some were dismembered completely. Some were skinned, and some were half eaten. Mm-hmm. They also found random rabbit parts in different places throughout the forest. Like you're just walking along, you see a raw rabbit leg laying there.
Gross.
That would not be good. I mean, you'd give it a sniff. Is it still good? And you'd take it home and eat it. But otherwise, actually, I swear to God, probably 1984 in rural Virginia, lots of people would say, "Oh, hey, look, lunch." I'm almost positive. The weird thing is that many of the skinned, half-eaten bodies were left hanging from branches like from twine or rope. That means
like somebody was coming back for it.
maybe, but for sure it means this was a person doing this, not an animal.
Yeah.
So, thanks for Missing the point.
Oh, I thought we already just.
Well,
assumed
yeah, we
that.
can. If you're,
Since
if
we
you don't
know.
think that connection, you just, you think everything's safe, and all of a sudden you start seeing random dismembered rabbits. You're not going to go right to person, but they're tied up in the trees, left hanging. That says person.
Yeah, but animals aren't going to leave edible parts around.
Oh, you never know. What if it's a very finicky animal?
Then it's dead.
Okay.
Animals can't afford to be finicky, Dean.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Colchester Road is right in the middle of where this was happening. It's an underpass with a rail line over it, about 2.5 miles north of the town of Clifton, where the insane asylum was. So think it's like a cement. Well, we'll have pictures on the website and on Instagram. Place like that. It was plenty of pictures. It still exists. Assuming it was in the same rough physical shape in 1904, over 100 years ago. It's like a cement. It's like a tunnel. It's a pedestrian tunnel that goes under I guess it is for cars, but it's very narrow. And it goes under a rail line, and so they have it's not like you'll hear the word bridge a lot in this, but it's not like a traditional like a suspension bridge or something like that, or it's basically an embankment with a hole dug through it and a rail line over it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Again, we'll show you some pictures. Take a look at those. Weeks after the search had been given up, a pedestrian noticed something hanging beneath the rail overpass on Colchester Road. As he got closer to the figure, he saw that it was a person. He went a little closer still, and there was something in the hand of this person held tight in a death grip. It was a primitive knife, a sharpened rock that was sort of melded and tied into a handle that was fashioned from a tree branch. So it was like a makeshift knife in this person's hand who was hung from the overpass. The man was mutilated. He was sliced up like one of those dead rabbits they've been finding all over the woods.
Oh, my goodness.
Ew.
But there was something else. A note had been pinned to the corpse's foot. The man tried to read it as the body is, I suppose, swinging in the breeze or something like that. He had to get really close, and he was able to read the note, and it said, "You'll never find me no matter how hard you try!" Exclamation point. And it was signed, The Bunny Man.
The Bunny Man. Oh, my.
The man killing all those bunnies.
Yep. The body,
Is this where the name of the band comes from?
Echo and the Bunny Man?
Yeah.
Very unlikely
Oh.
for this English punk band from the 1980s
Oh,
and 90s.
very English.
Probably not.
They're English.
Probably not. Wait, are they
You never
English?
know.
Check it. Look it up for
I
me.
don't know. Okay.
I'm not Adam Simba. I
I
think
have
they
no
are.
idea.
Yeah, I think they are Scottish. The body, you ask? Whose body was that?
Whose?
Do you remember the two escapees that escaped?
Yes.
Marcus A. Walster was hung and slid up underneath the Colchester overpass.
So the other one is still...
That meant that Douglas Griffin was still out there, and that meant that Douglas Griffin was the Bunny Man.
Yeah, they're British from Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Or the prime suspect, or they thought
Yep.
he's for sure the Bunny Man.
I think they were pretty sure. I mean, there's two
Yeah.
insane people in the woods. You find one dead. You figure that's the last one left. That's the other guy doing it. So Griffin, though, he wasn't through with the people of Fairfax County. More half-eaten rabbit bodies were found hanging from, let's say, elm trees. I looked it up, and I looked on Street View on Google, and the trees, and they're not pines, but I don't really. If it's not a redwood or a pine, I'm stumped.
Okay.
I'm not complete. I can identify an oak tree, and possibly an aspen.
Okay.
Maybe not though. What kind of tree? How many trees can you identify? Let me see. Oh, I can maybe a maple tree because of the leaves.
I can identify a Douglas fir Christmas tree.
Oh, okay, good.
A redwood.
Yes.
A
A
redwood.
magnolia.
Oh, I can't. I
A
don't know what
sycamore.
that looks like.
A eucalyptus.
A sycamore. Those have. A weeping willow, possibly.
An apple
Yeah,
tree if
a
it has
weeping
apples
willow.
Apple
on
tree
it.
if there are apples in it. Lemon trees,
Orange
lemons,
tree.
orange. Yes. Any fruit tree with the fruit fully ripe. Yes.
Yep.
I can guess that is it.
But like an elm from
An olive tree. I can.
Yes,
identify
good.
An olive tree.
We've established that.
Even without olives.
Oh,
I
even
can
without
identify
olives. Very
an olive
impressive.
tree.
Very
Yes.
impressive. But an elm? I don't know. Anyway, these are just looking like trees. They look like trees to me. I don't know what kind.
Ficus.
We're done with trees now. So they find these rabbits again hung from the trees, and because of this and the note that was found on the corpse, the locals began to call this guy the Bunny Man, which is good because that's what he wanted to call himself apparently, so that was nice. So the police start to search all over again, right? He clearly didn't
Yeah.
leave the area. He's alive. He's out there. He's still killing bunnies. He killed his buddy or his fellow escapee. But by April of 1905, so this is probably about 6-7 months after the original crash, they again just say, you know what? He's either gone or he's dead. We're done here. But still, the locals who lived in the area, they were terrified.
Yeah.
They had reason to be.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they really did.
Halloween night that year, 1905, some local teenagers make their way to the now infamous Colchester overpass. You know, it's where they found a corpse that was mutilated. So
Yeah.
they now actually call that the Bunnyman Bridge.
Oh. Still to this day?
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
In fact, you can go on Google Maps right now and type in Bunnyman Bridge. It'll take you right to it.
Really?
Yes.
And people think it's all cute, and they take their kids at Easter time to find all the bunnies.
Easter time to find the bunnies. I don't think you understand what happens to the Bunnyman Bridge or why
Well,
it's...
that's what I'm saying. It's probably lost. It's right?
We'll find out.
Okay.
So something horrible happened that night, but of Halloween, 1905.
Yeah.
But no one knows quite what. The details have been lost. 3 of these teens that went out there in that October on Halloween night of 1905 were found near the bridge the next day. Their throats slit.
Uh-oh.
Their bodies sliced and gutted just like Walster's.
Ew.
Are just like those dead bunnies people were still finding all around the forest.
So he's still
Oh, yeah.
living in the woods, right?
He's there. He's living in the woods, and he's wreaking his vengeance on anyone who he messes with him. I don't know. Goes near the bridge where he buried Marcus or hung Marcus. In some versions of this story, Walster was found hanging from a tree that was near the overpass, but not actually from the bridge itself. The story goes that shortly after this happened, these teens, I guess, the police were finally able to track Griffin and chase him back to the bridge. He's trapped. Griffin tries to escape by running up the embankment, and he climbs up and he leaps onto the rail line. As luck would have it, or his bad luck would have it, right at this instant, a train
was coming. I knew
comes
it.
screaming by the line and just smashes into Griffin, just turning him into pulp.
Oh, no.
Or did it? Because when the train passed, the police hear a maniacal laugh echoing through the forest.
Oh, my God.
There's no report whether they found a body or if they even tried, because they just figured, oh, it's just, jam on the rail line. I don't know, but
Yeah, no.
what now? You know what?
They would go look for a body.
Well, we don't know. It's lost to history. But
Yeah.
again, though, they figure, okay, well, he just got killed by a train. The
So
bunny
we're
man's
good.
dead and gone. We're good again. It's the third time of victory. It's kind of a Trump with the coronavirus. But they would later check the records, because they didn't think they did this in the months before leading up to this, and we find that Griffin had been institutionalized for murdering his entire family on Easter Sunday.
The bunny man.
Get it?
Yeah,
Easter has to do with bunnies for our listeners who don't celebrate Easter.
Thank you for that. I didn't think
You're
to mention that. That's true. Easter, the day commemorated as Jesus rising from the dead after 3 days of being crucified, is now associated with cute little bunny and pastel dyed eggs.
Yes.
Makes sense.
And,
And candy.
children
Lots of
finding
candy.
eggs.
Yes.
And
yes.
peeps.
It ties together.
Yeah.
Jesus was a big fan of bunnies.
Yeah, he loved it.
So.
His favorite animal.
So still, parents continued to tell their kids to stay out of the forest, especially on Halloween night, because they weren't taking any chances. I don't blame them. But kids are going to be kids, right?
Of course.
Which translates into kids are going to be stupid.
Yes.
So the very next Halloween, 1906, 7 teenagers head out for Bunnyman Bridge. They have some fun. Let's say they had some moonshine. I'm assuming this is rural Virginia. So in 1906, they probably have moonshine. Someone, though, was kind enough to think to bring a battery-powered blender. So they had some delicious macadamia chi-chis, as was the fashion of the time. I assume they had some various daiquiris, maybe some bee's knees. They heated the honey-based simple syrup over the campfire. Maybe they had some cosmopolitans, possibly some orange blossoms, a lot of vodka martinis. This is
Okay.
what I'm
A
assuming.
lot
this-
of vodka martinis.
A lot
Those
of
were
vodka.
really popular
Remember
then.
when I did buy a battery-operated blender
Yes,
for camping?
I did remember that. It didn't work with a
It
shit.
didn't work at all.
No, it didn't really crush ice. It more just chipped ice lightly along the edges. It was not good. One of the revelers was a girl named Adrian Hatala. She'd been persuaded to come out that night to the bridge by a friend. Let's say her name was Brenda Saint-Germain. Brenda was the one who thought to bring the blender, by the way, so she was nice. Anyway, Adrian did not like the whole idea, so she was really scared. So she was the smart one. When they got out there, all the kids sat around right there on the bridge, drinking their blended mixed drinks. And but Adrian, no. Adrian kind of slinked away and took her. I don't know.
I think it's slunk.
She slunked away. I don't think it's
slunked
slunked
away.
Past tense.
She slunked
Past
away.
tense, Gary. I'm gonna
don't
go
know.
slinked. She scurried. She crab walked.
Scurried works.
Anyway, she left the group there. She snuck away from the group, or did she sneak away? I don't fucking care
She
anymore.
snuck away.
I've ruined it. I'm stopping. See, she went out and she sat separate from them and sort of hunkered down in the trees, afraid to be too near the bridge where her
that
friends
would have
were.
been me.
But close enough so she could watch.
She could, absolutely close enough so she can watch and have fun. And she probably needed occasion to come back for a cocktail. I mean, she's a teenager, so she was close enough though that she saw a dim light coming toward the group from the blackness of the woods around them. Sometime around midnight, the light flashed, bright, blinding. Adrian fell back. She was blinded for a second. What? Are you
fell
laughing
back.
at my flailing arms?
No,
here?
the light made her fall back.
Well, she's probably like, oh, and she had like a little lawn chair or something like that. She probably, let's just assume. So anyway, at least how about she's just blinded for a few seconds, right?
Okay.
Blinded by the light.
So in those few seconds where she couldn't see what was happening, she hears her friends screaming, shrieking in agony and fear. She finally gets up and she runs toward her friends. It had been maybe seconds since she saw the blinding flash of light and heard the screams, but that was enough time for the bunny man. All of Adrian's friends were hanging beneath the bridge, sliced and gutted, just like those three teenagers the year
Okay.
before. Carrie,
Then the bunny man's superhuman.
remember the bunny man's been killed by a train, so let's just think about it. Just bear with me, Carrie.
Okay.
Don't question it. Just go with it, Dora. So Brenda, dead, hanging there, she still clutched the blender in her hand. A red strawberry margarita spilled over her savage
Dad.
midsection, oozing into her liver.
Oozing into her liver.
Am I embellishing? Perhaps. Adrian ran for help and was taken to the police station to tell her story. Sadly, though, they did not believe her.
Oh, gee. Well, but the bodies were there.
Yeah, they were there. So eventually, Adrian was charged for the murder of her 6 friends.
Well, that's just dumb.
No way.
She was found
How
insane,
could she possibly have done that?
and she spent the rest of her terrified life in a mental
Oh, my
institution.
God.
Is that
What's
for
her last
real?
name?
Brenda Hatala.
That's for real?
Yeah,
Adrian.
this is all for real.
Adrian Hatala.
Adrian, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're Adrian Hatala. She spent
Poor
the rest of her
Adrian.
life. Yeah, very sad.
I'm going to get her exonerated posthumously.
Oh, that is very kind of you.
How do you know
Start with
she's
Ancestry.com. Somehow, Carrie's going to find her way to Ancestry.com. She thinks it solves everything.
It kind of does.
And then
need Ancestry.com.
what's it called? The DNA thing?
23andMe?
No.
Gedmatch.
GEDmatch.
Or Gedmatch. I'm not sure.
GEDmatch/GEDmatch, and Ancestry.com, and then give a call to everybody's Paul Holes. He'll fix it. But even that.
I
Okay.
prefer Billy Jensen.
Who?
Billy Jensen.
I don't know who that is. I'll take your word for it, though.
He does podcasts with Paul Holes.
Oh, okay. And you don't like Paul Holes?
No, I like Paul Holes, but
She just prefers Billy Jensen.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Why don't you write him? Why don't you date him? Why don't you marry him?
I'm pretty sure he's married.
Even that was not the end of the Bunny Man, though. He claimed more victims in 1913, 1949, and even in 1976,
Well,
What?
when several teenagers were found hanging under the bridge that bore his name. Always the victims were mutilated like the dead rabbits he still left to be found in the forest.
wow. So did it stop after 1976?
Oh, we'll find out, won't we? During this three-quarter
so.
century...
You're
What?
just not going to answer any questions whatsoever.
I'm not.
Okay.
I will eventually.
Okay, continue.
During this three-quarter century reign of terror, the Bunny Man began to take on his namesake in a more concrete way. Because people began to spot something big and white racing through the forest at times. Those who got a good look at it swore it was a man in a full-size bunny suit. Floppy ears and fluffy fake fur and all.
What?
Yes. But this costume character carried an axe with him.
This is mass hysteria.
Sometimes he was seen carrying a long, menacing knife. But over the years, people started seeing a man in a bunny suit carrying an axe or a knife, and they still would find sliced up, half-eaten rabbits in the forest.
Oh my God.
The bunny man was still hurting people as late as 1987. That year, Janet Charletier, I didn't make that one up, was out with 4 friends on, of course, Halloween night.
Of course.
They naturally made their way over to Colchester Overpass, is locally famous, swapping scary stories between sips of Bottles and James wine coolers and Boone's Farm strawberry wine, I'm assuming, and maybe even some mixing in some Zimas. It's
Strawberry
1987.
Hill.
Pardon?
Boone's Farm, Strawberry Hill.
Strawberry Hill. So Carrie knows that from personal
Yes.
experience.
Uh-huh.
She had a lot of it. Let's just say I had to hold her hair up at one point.
Did
I'm
you?
sure- probably. Actually, no. She was on her own. I don't like vomit. So.
We drank Boone's Farm Tickle Pink.
Tickle
Pink. What was the
pink.
flavor of that?
I don't know.
Pink?
But
The
it was
flavor of
pink.
pink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pink
They
wine.
had Strawberry
They had
Hill.
Strawberry
Okay,
Hill, yeah.
They had everything, didn't they? Okay.
But for some reason, we probably liked the name Tickle Pink.
You probably
better.
did. They liked Boone's Farm had everything except grape, I believe. Other than that, right around midnight, Janet and her friends saw a blinding flash of light under the bridge. Janet claimed she felt something sharp slide across her chest, and she thought she'd been cut. They know all about the legend,
Yeah.
so they thought something cut her across her chest. So panicked, she rose up and started to flee, but she slammed into something hanging under the bridge. She thought, "Oh my God, it's a body." The legend told her that. She
Yeah.
fell to the ground, and in doing so, she knocked herself unconscious.
Oh, Janet.
She came to just moments later, and she found her head was a little bloody from when she hit her head, but she was otherwise just fine. Except her hair, every last strand of her hair had turned a ghostly white.
That can happen.
And it did to Janet.
I don't understand it.
Science does not. Actually, it probably does, but I do.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you hear about it.
I've heard it's a real thing.
I might have to research it, but how does the melanin that's already in like the ends of your hair change color?
Spookiness, terror, scariosity. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I buy it, but it's good for stories.
It's great for stories, and it's great for the classic song. One last incident is worth mentioning about the Bunny Man. When a witness saw a man roaming the area around Bunny Man Bridge in a rabbit suit with an axe, they called the police, naturally. The police came out, but they didn't find the man. Later, though, a man called the police station, and he said that people had been like messing up his property. They'd been dumping tree stumps and other things on his property, and he was pissed. And he told them they should meet him out there by the overpass that night, and they could talk over the situation and make it right.
Well, that's just a terrible idea.
Well, the police took this as a threat. Maybe
Yeah.
like they're trying to lure someone out
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
right? So they went out there and they staked out the area, hopefully not being seen. But no Bunny Man, axe or not, showed up that night. There were other reports of a man in a rabbit costume seen in the area around the same time, but nothing came of it. Finally, the lead investigator, he said, you know what? Most of these reports have been by kids, by teenagers. We haven't seen anything concrete. He said basically that we consider the case inactive, and they more or less dropped it.
Yeah.
But today, the Bunny Man still lives, at least in the mind of local teens who each year head out to the overpass on Halloween night. And they know the warning. If they are caught out there by the Bunny Man, he's going to kill them, gut them, and he's going to leave their bodies hanging from the bridge. So now the Bunny Man is some kind of a spirit, but he's just
Yeah.
as deadly.
Yeah, spirits are scary.
Yeah, damn right they are. Oh, yeah. Spirits are
Oh,
scary.
yeah.
Their spirits are scary. It is said you will see the Bunny Man as a dim light in the dark, but then there'll be that blinding flash, and that's it. It's going to be the last thing you ever see. If you see that, you're a dead man because
He's
the
got
Bunny
some
Man.
heavy-duty batteries to last. 100
He's a spirit,
years.
Carrie. Yes. So it's not
Oh, so he
battery.
makes his own light? Is that what you're saying?
He is bioluminescent, is what I'm saying. He is dead bioluminescent. The Bunny Man will kill anyone he catches in seconds. As recently as 2001, 6 dead and mutilated rabbits were found in the area. So he's still at it. Does the Bunny Man still live today? Do you want to find out?
Yes.
I do too,
Yes.
actually. I kind of want to go there. It's supposed to be quite, like the last few years, they have actually had to close it down, close off the air, because it's dangerous. It is a semi-rural, so dark, winding kind of a road. And again, it's an active rail line. Like 90 trains per week go over that rail line.
Oh, really?
So stay the hell away from it.
Yeah.
Listeners, don't go up there. Go there now.
No.
I would like to go there. I'll stay off the. I'm not going to step on the rail
Add it
tracks.
to the list
If you
of
don't go on
places.
the rail line, you're not going to get hit by a train. So I'm not that dumb. But I would love to go there. We can go visit Mothman. It's not that far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do
Again,
want to visit.
lots of things to visit in that area.
Yeah, we do. There are. So was and is there a real bunny man?
No.
Where did the legend come from? It turns out there actually might be 2 actual real incidents that gave rise to the legend. Real events involving real people, and one of them was apparently a grown-ass man in a bunny suit. Listen up. It was 1970, not 1904. October 19th, 1970 to be exact. So, Carrie, start your timeline. Actually, I'm not going to give you 2 dates, so don't bother with it.
Okay.
There's a U.S. Air Force Academy cadet named Robert Bennett. I think he was like home on break. He was from the area. He was home on a break from the Air Force Academy in Colorado, and he was on a date with his fiancée. They went to a football game, and then they went to visit some relatives of Bennett's afterward. They parked along an empty lot across from the Bennett's, his relative's house, on the 5400 block of Guinea Road in Burke, Virginia. This is about 7-8 miles from the Bunnyman Bridge over in Clifton.
What year is this again?
1970.
Oh, that's right.
October
October
19th.
19th.
Good. Look at you.
Look at you.
You got your timeline? I don't see anything in your writing utensils there.
It's right here
Oh, your timeline. Oh, I see.
in my brain.
All right. For our listeners, she's pointing to her hip. It's embarrassing. They sat in the front seat to talk.
To talk.
Probably world events, current events.
Yeah.
Things
At least that's what
going
they let her say.
The Vietnam
Vietnam
War.
War.
Yeah.
Probably so. He was a cadet. They left the motor running for their little chat when they noticed there was someone or something moving around behind their car. They lost track of the person as they talked, but then suddenly the front passenger window shattered.
Oh,
Whoa.
Just shattered. A man in some kind of a white costume stood nearby. So you look at this shattered window and you see this guy in some kind of a white costume, and he angrily screeched, "You're on private property and I have your tag number." Robert and his fiancée got the hell out of there.
good for
They
them.
took off and they drove for the police station in town. On their way there, I guess probably the fiancée looks down at the floorboard and she notices something there. It's a hatchet. So that guy in the white costume had thrown a hatchet through the passenger window.
Good Lord.
At the police station, Bennett, who, again,
Good thing her head was down.
oh my God, Carrie playing the room blue.
Mom.
Damn. Wow.
She was probably resting it on his shoulder while they talked about the
Shoulders?
Vietnam
Is that
War.
what you meant? And also, good thing she didn't have a bite reflex for sudden noises. That would have been much worse.
Oh my God.
So Bennett gets to the police department and he says, I want to point out that I'm pretty sure Bennett was from the local area. So take that for what you might think. He tells the police he thought the man was wearing an adult-sized white bunny suit.
Yep.
You're looking confused. The reason I point that out is because he would know about the legend if he's from the area.
Yeah.
Okay. Or would he? Anyway, so he says the guy was in a bunny suit. I saw his ears even. His fiancée, though, was not so sure. She said, okay, he was in some kind of white costume, but I don't remember any bunny ears. She thought he was wearing a white capriote. Now, I had to look that up as well. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, by the way, if she used that word with the police or if the source who wrote this version of it used that word. And by the way, it's misspelled in this source.
Whoa.
But a capriote is a kind of a peaked conical hat or cap.
AKA.
So a white
KKK.
costume. Good one, Carrie. Very good. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
It's a white costume, a conical peaked hat. I mean, was this bunny man actually a Ku Klux Klansman?
Little holes cut out for the eye.
I mean,
you would think.
What area was this again? West Virginia?
1970,
Yeah.
rural Virginia.
Yeah.
The costumes are equally ridiculous, right? A bunny costume with a stupid little row with your
because
pointy hat.
one conical peak could look like one ear, and he just
Envision
Yeah.
too.
yeah.
Sure. Or it was a Klansman with bunny ears. They're
Maybe.
comical Klansmen.
Maybe.
Anyway, 10 days later, on the night of October 29th, 1970, Paul Phillips was doing his stint as a security guard at the work site for some new homes being built on Guinea Road, really close by, right? Mm-hmm. It's in the Kings Park West area of Burke. They leave equipment presumably, so he's there to guard stuff during the night or from people messing around with the half-built houses, and he spotted a man standing on the porch of one of the unfinished homes. He approached the man, and when he got close, Phillips would later swear that the man was wearing a gray, black, and white bunny suit.
Gray,
Black and white.
Yeah. He said that the man was about 5'8", 175 pounds.
So a stocky fella.
Stocky fella, and he was maybe 20 years old, which means we can infer that his face was exposed, that he didn't have something completely covering his face. Otherwise, how would you tell age? So this bunny man was holding an axe. So he's on the porch, standing there with an axe in hand in a bunny suit, and Phillips said, quote, "I started talking to him, and that's when he started chopping." So he just starts chopping on one of the posts for the porch. Mm-hmm. And so think about that. You're trying to reason. You go up to some guy who's trying to reason with him, and he just starts chopping with his axe.
That would absolutely
That's not at all scary.
I'd call the police.
The man the man doing the chopping said, quote, "All you people trespass around here. If you don't get out of here, I'm going to bust you all on the head."
Wait, the bunny man said that?
The bunny man said that, yes. One source, by the way, has the bunny man saying, "If you come any closer, I'll chop off your head," but he didn't. So he said, "I'll bust you all on the head." Regardless of what he said, he did this while taking 8 vicious hacks onto the porch pole there. Phillips, being a smart man, turned around, went back to his car, and he got his gun.
Oh.
He came back to the house, now with a gun. Gun versus axe. We know who wins that.
Gun wins.
It's like paper, scissors.
Usually.
Or paper, rock. And he saw the bunny man fleeing into the surrounding woods, axe still in hand. So I guess both men were smart. So that started a rash of sightings. It lasted weeks. Over 50 incidents were reported of people claiming to see someone in a bunny costume with an axe roaming in the woods and the roads. It was usually couples, often couples in cars, and they would say they were either confronted or they saw some guy in a full-size bunny outfit with an axe in his hand, usually an axe. One person even claimed that the bunny man had eaten their cat, which implies that he watched him do it, which makes that person a cat hater, and I want nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's eating my cat. Do something. Go get your cat out of his mouth.
To the point where he's actually eating it is probably already dead.
Oh, you still got to go get your cat.
The person's not.
Carrie. So you're a cat hater too? Okay, that's fine.
No, but I would want.
I'd go bust him. I'd go bust his head. Eat my cat.
I'd call the police.
Oh, I suppose. Over the years, I'm talking all the years now, supposedly 32 people have died under the bridge, either the victims of the bunny man when he was a living man, or apparently this evil spirit of some sort in later years. One variant of the legend has a teenager in the area putting on a bunny costume and murdering his entire family before hanging himself over the infamous overpass. But that just sounds like a, sort of a weird little add-on. So what came first, the bunny man legend from 1904 or the two actual real incidents in 1970? And by the way, I have a source that cites like Washington Post articles, so those two things really did happen.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, then they both happened.
They did both happen. And so
the 1904 one came first.
Did it, Carrie? It turns out that the bunny man legend of the escaped convict, etc., it first showed up that anyone can track down just after the two incidents occurred in 1970 with the menacing axe-wielding bunny Klansmen.
Said it actually occurred.
The 1970 incidents occurred, as I said.
He said that those had actual sources, so those actually occurred.
Yes, that's what I
So
said.
the question was...
So one of you was listening.
When you said both, I thought you meant both the 1970 and the 1904.
Emma got it. And for listeners, Carrie just double flipped me off, and I don't think it's fair because I meant the two 1970 incidents. In your language.
I'll bet you 75% of our audience
audience,
confused.
please all of you email us
No,
and
I'll
tell
put
us
a,
if you
I'll
got it
put
or
a
not.
poll on.
Oh, that's not fair.
Facebook.
Okay, well, it needs to be randomly sampled. Okay. So anyway, that more or less settles it. No one can find any, 1904 Bunny Man insane
Yeah.
asylum type of stuff before 1970 and a little bit after these two incidents in October 1970 occurred. The sightings of the scary Bunny Man after the two 1970 events, by the way, it just reeks of that classic mass hysteria with 50 plus people seeing a Bunny Man with an axe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible. There was some crazy guy who's throwing hatches through windows and
Yeah.
stuff like that and, threatening the security guard. But that's a lot. That's a lot. So a lot of that has to be mass hysteria or just bandwagoning, just bullshit, just somebody calling it in and just having some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like those kind of mass hysteria, or at least piling on, are inevitable anytime something kind of weird captures the local imagination. It just always happens. Like the Mad Gasser of Mattoon in episode is a good example. Of that.
I believe I said the words mass hysteria early on in this.
You did
podcast.
indeed, and I wanted to wait. It is interesting that in the second event involving the security guard, he apparently did for sure say that the man was in a rabbit costume. So was his clown outfit in the cleaners, if the first one was a clown outfit and not a rabbit costume? Or was the security guard primed by the first incident where the cadet said, oh, he had bunny ears? And did he maybe, I don't know, was the guy on the porch wearing something strange on his head and he misinterpreted? Because remember, now it was black and white and gray.
Yeah.
And did he misinterpret something on his head as bunny ears and say he was dressed in a rabbit costume? I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, presumably it was dark, right?
Yes, it was nighttime. So I don't know. It's interesting.
knows?
But you do have one person from the first incident and the only witness from the second incident both saying this person was wearing a bunny costume.
Yeah.
So that's strange.
We know how reliable eyewitness accounts are.
That's true.
Not very.
Have
is
you
the
done? You
answer.
haven't done an episode on that yet. You need to get on that with Carrie's Criminal Justice Corner.
I know.
Carrie. And we know his face was uncovered because the security guard estimated his age. So I tried. Let me think. I thought, let me see if I can find out, are most bunny costumes covered face or not covered face? So I Googled bunny costumes just today, and I want to note that if you type in the word adult bunny costumes, almost all of them are some variation on the Playboy bunny.
Yes.
Virtually
Yes,
all of them.
absolutely.
In fact, it turns out if you take out the word adult, there's still almost all a variation on a Playboy bunny. Just
Because
know
if you
that.
say bunny, you need to say rabbit.
I don't know if I said I might have done both. I don't remember. And it also seems wrong to me for Google to show an image of a little girl in a pink bunny costume right next to obviously a dominatrix with a black ears at the back of her head. You need to categorize those results. Google, stop it. You're wrong. So, alas, the final outcome. What do you think? Bunny legend, the original 1904 Bunny Man legend, real or not?
No.
No. Legend.
Absolute urban legend.
Turns out it's complete nonsense.
Yeah.
There is not now and has never been an insane asylum anywhere in Fairfax County, Virginia. So that would have been the first thing you looked up, but you didn't. Lorton Prison did exist, but it was not built until 1910, 6 years after the supposed crash happened. And it doesn't matter because it is part of and always has been part of the District of Columbia's corrections system, not the state of Virginia. So they would not have been sending people from a Virginia insane asylum that didn't exist to Lorton Prison then or ever. Buses also, by the way, were not transporting tons of people in 1904. Cars were barely a thing. Most everyone was on a horse by then. That's another thing.
That's true.
Just set it. When you make these up, people, just set it. Just do some common sense test. Have a couple of friends read it.
Yeah.
And somebody hopefully says, you know what? I don't think they had buses in 1904 making trips across the countryside. That just doesn't make sense. So there were no inmates of any sort in Virginia named Douglas Griffin or Marcus Walster, and there are also no court records in the whole state involving those two names. A librarian named Conley, I want to say, at one of the universities in Virginia or something like that, he's done some extensive research on this, and he looked at court records of the whole state and found no Marcus Walster and no Douglas Griffin. And there are no contemporaneous newspaper accounts of what would have been a gigantic story. I mean, this would have been huge. So, you'd have there's local newspapers, and you'd have plenty of accounts of it. So how did the 1970 incidents mutate into this Bunny Man, 1904 Bunny Man? Modern folklore.
Yeah.
I mean, in some number of years, the untruthfulness of it will kind of get lost and washed away, and it'll be true folklore eventually. The Colchester overpass is about 7 miles from Guinea Road, where the true incidents occurred. So my guess is this: some local from the area read about the Guinea Road incidents, and this person is from Colchester area. Or it was a spooky place for some reason, or probably not even that. Probably so he set the story near where he was in Clifton by under this rail bridge there. He made up obviously the whole escapee and all that kind of stuff. Just make up a story. It's basically a 1970 creepypasta.
Yeah.
Effectively, and
We had them.
We had them all over the place. Yeah.
Where we lived.
Yeah.
I mean, not Bridges and Bunnymen.
No.
We had the Pink Lady.
Who was the Pink Lady? Tell us about that, Gary.
She walked along the main street at the end of my residential street where I lived. There was railroad tracks.
Yes.
And so the legend was and of course around Halloween, the Pink Lady would be walking along the railroad tracks, and she was a ghost of some sort. Like.
Killed on the tracks or something like that?
Yeah, or she was in a car and she got murdered.
Or she's in the car and it got stopped in the tracks and she's killed.
Yeah.
There's always like 6 variations. Like even here, you saw there's a couple of variations of this. So some stories don't, like for instance, I mentioned how he was supposedly trapped and killed and jumped onto the rail line. Not all versions have that at all.
Yeah.
So and there was another version about the kid who killed his family on Easter or whatever. It's just they always tend to warp and change over time because people are making up on the made up thing.
Maybe I'll do a little Facebook survey of my high school friends and ask them
if they remember
what they remember about the
Pink Lady.
Legend of the Pink Lady.
I can't think of anything. Then I grew up in the mean streets of Long Beach. We didn't have those kinds of funny little stories. We're just trying to survive. All right, Carrie. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie.
We didn't. I don't.
Yeah?
There was
Did you
none.
have any?
Nope.
Huh.
How about when you lived in Garbage Grove?
I was in high school by then, almost in high school.
Yeah,
So.
I was in high school when we talked
Oh yeah.
about the Pink Lady.
I don't think so. I can't think of any. The Bunny Man legend was an inspiration for the Donnie Darko character of Frank. He was the mean,
scary-looking
mutant-looking bunny that guides Donnie through his dark fantasies. The legend was also made into a cheap slasher movie in 2011, I think just called The Bunny Man. And though I have not seen any reference to this in any source I've read, the Bunny Man clearly is an inspiration for the Blair Witch Project. Did you get that sense? Remember in Blair Witch Project, they find little body parts and other things, totems and such, hanging from trees out in the forest and are scared shitless. And that was filmed in Maryland. The filmmakers were from Maryland, just over the border from Virginia. So I am going to speculate that the Blair Witch filmmakers were at least inspired
Maybe
somewhat
a little bit,
by
It's
Bunny
very,
Man.
very possible.
That's my theory anyway.
Yeah. Oof.
That is the Bunny Man Killer.
And Echo and the Bunnymen, the name?
No.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
They
think so.
formed in 1978, and just because one of their friends came up with a bunch of dumb names, and he said that one was just as stupid as all the others.
Great band. Saw them live at either the Palace or Palladium in L.A. in the 1980. I don't remember when, but really good band. One of my faves.
Early 80s, probably.
Early mid-80s, actually.
I thought it was before me.
I saw them twice. Now that I think about it, one was before you. One may have been I probably was
Before
then.
they met.
I don't remember.
It's BC.
Stop grilling me.
BC and AC.
Is that what it
before
is?
Carrie and after Carrie.
Carrie. Yeah, my whole life is BC and AC. That's true. That's the Bunny Man. Any thoughts? Anything? Should we let them go? Another I hope you were chilled and scared and terrified.
Spooked to the core.
And if you have ever been to the Bunny Man Bridge, write us. Tell us about it. Tell us what you saw. Did you see a dim light? Did you see a bright light? Are you dead? Are you a ghost? I don't know. Carrie, tell them where you can find us.
Weird World Podcast on the internet and at gmail.com and on Patreon and Instagram and Facebook.
All right.
That's all.
We'll have another scary story for you in a week.
Next week.
See you.
Bye.